Hello, Dr. Flynn. This is Justin Liller, and this is my student choice technology presentation. The one I chose is Wolfram Alpha. It's a computational knowledge engine. I'm sure you're well aware of it, but I find it really interesting, but I don't know too much about it, like all of its capabilities. So that's something I wanted to figure out more, kind of just searching around, figuring out what I could do with it, and I'll show you what I found. Um, as far as the environment goes, it's all here in this website, and you can get it as like an app on tablets and phones, or you can download Mathematica, which I think is like a more advanced version. It's a like direct executable you'd install and just run the program. But what I have the most experience with is this online version that has helped me through my entire mathematic career in Frostburg State. So on the front page, you can see here there's lots of different things you can choose from. Everywhere from mathematics is basically where it started, down to stuff like geography and nutrition. And first one I kind of want to show around is what you can do with different mathematics. There's really basic stuff with just like simple addition and stuff you'd expect to. And then a lot of power comes from like plotting and graphing and doing linear algebra, which ties into a lot what we do with computer science. So I'll just check out this one here with graphing. As you can see, it just represents all this data really easily. And if you're a paying member of this like GoPro up here, which I was for about 2 years, but just recently stopped using because I actually didn't need it anymore. You can do a lot with actually editing them and uh, different features. But as you can see here, you need the Pro features for that. So here's some more stuff you can do with physics, and this is stuff I don't know of, and I wanted to figure out more of stuff with like here's an Ohm's law calculator, so you can just calculate Ohm's law using voltage and electrical current. And I was looking around at different applications for computer science with it, and I found it interesting that you could use compute properties of a Turing machine, which I remember from class I had with David. I believe that was a theory of computation. There's also more interesting stuff with fractals, and then there's actually a programming section, which I never used with for any of our classes, but it's kind of cool to know that that feature's there. And then for with more complicated math, with factoring and stuff like that, whether that works out or not, it can tell you. And if you're a pro member, you can get this step-by-step solution, which is really nice. And what I think is really cool about this knowledge engine is just how vast and capable it is. It handles like pretty much any input ever and can give you information on it. For example, statistically, if you just want to know the distribution of like how many heads or how you would get for flipping 100 coin flips and the probability of getting them all heads or all tails, just more information that you could ever need displayed in multiple different formats is just crazy to me. And for some slightly less educationally um, useful but still interesting applications, there's stuff like flights overhead. It'll even give you a sky map that I don't know particularly how well to read it correctly, but if I would want to, this would be a great start. People who are interested in stocks can track the market and look at trends and stuff like this. This is just like one thing comparing three different ones, but as you can see here, like pricing history and stuff like that, it's just a really powerful way to take knowledge that we have and format it so that we can understand it. Um, Another interesting one I found was information pulled from Alexa and some other sites to give different information about websites, like comparing our school's website to Wikipedia. Found out actually the domain is older. Our domain is older than Wikipedia was. It was 17 years old. Wikipedia is 15 years old. I'll even tell you the coordinates and locations and daily page hits, which to me, 61,000 seems like a lot, but that's nothing compared to 570 million. Um, Here's another one. Just typing in "where am I" will let you know your IP address. Um, Here's another one I found it for gaming and stuff like Scrabble and stuff like that, and some different like puzzle games. Not really Scrabble. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, you could just find different stuff like that, and then Flying Dog Vision and Batman insignia. As far as who would, why developers want to use this, it really depends on the field, but it has a lot of powerful applications with mathematics, which deals directly with programming in a lot of sense. And as far as like issues I had, is like the only real issue I have with this is that it's such an overwhelming amount of knowledge and like capability here that I still don't understand it all. But it's such a useful tool. I think it's really interesting, and that's why I think it's really cool technology and why I wanted to cover it. So I just went over time a little bit. I hope it doesn't reflect too poorly, but thank you for watching.